There are some places in the mainland that are very, very expensive when you compare to the island.
Why do I have to pay a certain amount of money for inspection? Sometimes I feel like, oh, are they duping me?
Even if it rains 200 days here, in the next 30 minutes, everywhere is dry. People go to the island just so that to show that I've arrived.
Will the fee also be different from, when I'm looking for a house, Banana Island, houses in the 1% of the 1%?
If you are not careful, that your 100 million naira house, use canoe to go to the bus stop.
Hi guys, welcome to GTech Sit, and today we are going to be answering some of the questions that you guys have concerning real estate. And of course, I cannot be answering these questions alone. I have a very special guest right here in our midst, Mr. Michael Njoku. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. Sir, can you give us a breakdown of what you do, who you are, and so that the audience can get a good highlight of what you do?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. My name is Njoku Michael Friday, just like you said. I'm a sales manager with GTech Holdings. But yet again, I know some of our viewers will be asking, what is GTech Holdings? So GTech Holdings is a company that was founded in 2008 by Dr. Stephen Akintayo. He started up as an arm of Gilead and moved to become a telemarketing company. 8 years ago, we delved into real estate, and we have been doing an amazing job in the real estate.
All right, thank you so much. So we have a few questions here, and I'm going to start off with the first one. The first question here says, why are houses in some of the estates on the mainland more expensive than some on the island?
I think your question is spot on. So when you say some, is relative. So basically, we all know that the island is more or less the new Lagos and is very expensive.
Yeah.
But yet again, there are some places in the mainland that are very, very expensive when you compare to the island. And some of these places I'll be outlaying to us. One of them is the Ikeja area, the GRA area in the Ikeja, and some places in Surulere, Agada, and the likes. Why are houses in this place expensive? One of the things you will be looking for is the condition of those places, the security situation of those places. Like where we are, which is our Amole estate here in Ikeja, you cannot just come into this estate without having a visitor's permit. So you could see that there are already security measures in these places. Another thing you will look out for, and one of the reasons why places like this tend to be very expensive in the mainland, is the water system. Now, most of my Lekki babes will agree with me that the water system around the Lekki houses is very bad. But over here, you could even drink a borehole water. So you see that areas like this, rentage here are usually very expensive. I'll give you a very, very typical example. A 5-bedroom duplex in this estate goes for as high as 280 to 300 million. Same 5-bedroom duplex, in some places in Lekki, you will get it for as low as 80 to 90 million. So you do the math. And again, the situation in each of these estates is another reason why you will see an estate is very expensive and another is not. Again, I bring it back to the estate where we are. This estate is well laid out. Even if it rains 200 days here, in the next 30 minutes, everywhere is dry. Or you cannot get that in most of the places in the island. You see some people start using canoe and the likes of it. So you could now see why some places in the mainland is way expensive when it comes to the highland. And again, the island is a status, in quotes, a status place. So people go to the island just so that to show that I've arrived. That is just the truth. We in Lagos, we know that for free.
All right, thank you so much. I feel like I also got a lot of insights about this mainland and island houses, and now I think I understood, especially the part of the old drainage, like the water being flooded and everything. I think I really understand that now. So yeah, I hope you guys also have gotten your answers concerning home houses here on the mainland and on the island. So if you have any more questions, you can just write it down now in the comment section and we'll be answering them as we can. All right, so the next question that we have for you, sir, is I think a whole lot of people, even I used to have this, you know, problem with agents. So why do we have to pay inspection fee? I want to get a house, or let's say I want to rent a house, or I want to buy a house. Why do I have to pay a certain amount of money for inspection? Sometimes I feel like, oh, are they duping me? Why do I have to pay money for that? So can you help, you know, answer some of the doubts that some people have?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. Yet again, I would be, you know, streamlining this to GTEX as a company. We have a policy that guides us as a company. So if you're coming to rent or you're coming to buy a house from GTEX, we'll give you a form to fill, and in that form we'll get to know your criteria and what you're looking at. When we get all those information, we now advise you on what you need to do. But yet again, you need to understand that you won't want to go check a house in, let's say you're going to check a house in the Banana Island and we are now taking bus. It's not visible. Yeah. Right? So the company on its own will provide you a car, but we know we need to fuel this car, and we know what the economy is telling now. True. Yeah. So we try as much as possible to charge you a relative fee that can help us, you know, do this run around, that even at the end of the day, you as you know, as a prospect or as a client, you're satisfied. Because again, we'll make sure we take you to various properties. This is one of the things that set us apart from other agents. When you come to us, we try as much as possible to first of all understand your budget. When we have understood your budget, we now advise you aright and send to you. I want, you know, the audience to hear this. We'll send to you what we have in our database, right? When we have sent you what we have in our database, you now decide on, okay, I want to see XYZ property, right? We now have to get what is called a mobilization fee, which some people will call inspection fee. What that does for us is to what? Fuel our car, and also make sure we can, you know, get a light refreshment while we're on the way. You know, we can use this refreshment and also settle some other logistics, right? As a company, we have this money set aside, but yet again, what you are bringing as a prospect or a client for this inspection helps us see that commitment from you, because we set this policy because again, what has been happening over time, you know, you take some clients for inspection. This, you know, has happened to us severally, and these are not even clients, these are agents. We take them for, you know, a property, we show them all around this property, and at the end they go through our back, you know, to take the real clients, you know, to this property. So again, we are trying to be sure who you are, get this data, know who you are, and yet again, this fee is very, very relatively cheap, and we do it just so you have a commitment to us and show us that yes, I'm serious, I want this, and that is it.
I think one thing I really took note of what you said is the fact that the fee is actually very, like, it's relative and it's like something that someone can afford.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I think I took that. And also I wanted to ask, does the fee also determine, like, the fee a client will pay for inspection, does it determine the kind of house person wants? Like, okay, let's say for instance, I'm looking for a house here on the mainland, and will the fee also be different from, you know, when I'm looking for a house Banana Island, you know, houses in the 1% of the 1%? So does it vary?
Yeah, so the fee does vary.
Okay.
It varies in the sense that when you're going to the island, you know what it takes, and when you're looking at the mainland, you also know what it takes. So again, what we are basically looking at is location, right? You cannot go to the likes of the Banana Island, the Park View, without being a registered, you know, company. So again, these places, the fees are relative, but I can rest assure you this: is something you could, just pay without even taking a blink. So we just want a commitment from you as someone that needs this, to tell us, okay, I'm serious for this. And this fee is very relative, I can tell you.
I heard that. You said that, so we are cutting him. We are holding him by his word. I think we're about to wrap this up, and I feel like this whole video will not be complete without a very good advice to, people. Some people have not bought a house before, or, they're like, what's the process like? So what advice would you give to, new home buyers? What should they look out for? What are the secrets they should look out for? Things that they should, they should be aware of when it comes to buying a home.
Okay, this your question is very broad, but I will try as much as possible to be concise as much as possible as I can. So firstly, what is your motive behind buying this home? Are you looking at buying a home where I can live, or are you looking at buying a home where I will use for rental purpose? Yet again, this is question you need to answer. But one of the key thing you should look out for, especially here in Lagos, is an advice most people won't tell you. If you want to buy a home, you want to rent a home, please always do that during the rainy season.
Did you take note of that?
Do that during the rainy season.
Okay.
Because that is when you would know the topography of that area. And again, it will be very, very good. You do your search, even if you are someone that likes water, because you see some people, they tell you, I want to oversee the island. I want to, from my property, oversee the island. It's very good. You do your due diligence by, searching these areas to be sure that these places are not flooded areas. And the best time to do this is during the rainy season, because when you go there during the dry season, everywhere is all posh and nice. But during the rainy season, I can rest assure you, if you are not careful, that your 100 million naira house, use canoe to go to the bus stop. So, and I believe you wouldn't want to have such experience. So again, you need to do what is called due diligence, and which is why we're here. GTech Suite is here to do that for you. Now, when you check our form that we send to you, it tells you to give us information on everything you want, and it's a well detailed form where you tell us what you want, and we as professionals will advise you around. Right? There are places in Lagos that are waterlogged. There are places in Lagos that are not, and we are always here to advise you right? We are not just after your money, but we are after your satisfaction. Have that in the back of your mind. We are after your satisfaction. Because again, this is very key. A referred client don't ask too many questions. Yes.
Wow. That statement, that's good.
A client don't ask too many questions.
Because they already have that trust.
Because and how do you get to refer a client? Is when you buy a product. If I buy a product and the product is okay, and my brother wants to buy same product or wants to buy something similar, I'll tell him, come on, say this.
This person is sure.
And that is why we are here, and that is why we do what we do. We go to the extra mile to make sure that you get the best of what you want, in terms of pricing, in terms of location, in terms of what have you. We put all this in consideration before advising you on what to get. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. In fact, this has been so enlightening. Like, I've gained so much from everything that you said. Thank you so much for being on our channel. Thank you for everything that you said today, and I hope we've answered some of your questions. If you still have some questions that you want us to answer, you can leave it down in the comment section, and we'll definitely be making more videos like this, just to clear every doubt that you have when it comes to buying a house or generally real estate. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and we'll see you next time in our next video.
And also please, we are open to quality criticism. Please drop in your comments. It's going to help us do better. Drop in more questions, drop in your argument. Please, let's have it in the comment section. I'll be there in the comment section answering for and against every question and comment you'll be dropping. Thank you very much. Do well to subscribe.
Turn
on your notification, because GTech Suite is bringing it hot, right?
Yeah, very hot. We're really hot. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.